All right, what's up, everybody? This is Nick Jobbe, and I'm going to be doing my air traffic control presentation over how air traffic controllers adapt during Oshkosh. I'm sure being pilots and in the aviation industry, most of us are familiar with Oshkosh, but for those who aren't, it is an annual aviation convention at Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's a week-long event, usually the third week in July. Uh, People come from all over. There's super high attendance. The estimated attendance in 2018 was over 600,000 people from 87 different nations, and that's individuals that drive there and just show up, as well as over 10,000 airplanes that fly in. And as you can see from this picture and these pictures, there's tons and tons of airplanes that are all coming in for this event. So I did this presentation because I wanted to know, how air traffic control responds to this high flow of traffic at, just a regional smaller airport. So the traffic control team, this is considered the Super Bowl of ATC. It's, the big event. It's a highly sought after, highly competitive position to get because it's so prestigious. So there are 65 controllers divided into 16 teams of four. That's all for one small airport. So 65 controllers at this one tiny airport. And the teams have a makeup of one veteran who have 3 or more years of experience working at Oshkosh, to what are called limited members, which have 1 to 2 years of experience, and then one rookie who's new uh, to the event. So out of these four people, you have one person on the mic, and the rest of the team is feeding them info. So that one person on the microphone is basically being shouted at by the rest of the team, and it's their job to take all that information they're being yelled, sort it out, and then spit it out to the airplanes in an efficient manner that makes sense with all the traffic coming in. So it's obviously a very high stress environment. The application process is very competitive, apparently. So veterans are bidding against veterans, rookies are bidding against rookies, and the limited members are bidding against the limited members. And this is so that that makeup of the team can be maintained over the years. You can't just have a team of all veterans. It's probably a pretty good team, but when they're all retired, then you have no one. They want to keep that composition of those team members to keep it a streamlined process over the years. And then the air traffic control team, they wear bright pink shirts so you can easily recognize them at the event. It's kind of like their badge of honor. You see the guys in the pink shirts, and they're the ones that are running the whole show. Uh, Lastly, the controller is setting the tone for the pilots. They're the first voice that they're going to hear. A lot of these pilots coming in are new to the event, and so the controller, even though he's in like a very high stress situation, he has to be cool, calm, and collected, and be welcoming them to set a good tone for these pilots coming in for Oshkosh. Here's a picture of the control tower. As you can see, they're all wearing those bright pink shirts. As for the ATC facilities, as I said, those 16 teams, they rotate in shifts between the Fond du Lac Tower, Fisk Approach, and then they have these things, they're mobile departure platforms, also called Moo Cows, which stands for Mobile Operation and Communication Workstations. They're set up right next to the runway. I'll have a picture here in a minute. But yeah, they're sitting right next to the runway to clear departures for takeoff in between the constant arrivals, and those arrivals are on a completely different frequency. So they're just trying to basically fit them in where they can, get them off before planes are coming down. So on the left there, that's a Moo Cow. It's an ATC facility right on the ground, right next to the runway, right where the action is. And then lastly, I want to talk about the ATC workload. So during the event, Oshkosh can be the busiest ATC tower in the world. On the busiest day, they get 3,000 flights in 10 hours. And this is at an airport that usually does a few hundred flights a day. They only have two runways. They have 18 and 36 and 0927 that they use. So they have a north-south runway and an east-west runway. So they have all this traffic coming in. They obviously can't, land them, get them off, how we're used to at home, and that would take forever. We'd have people holding for hours. So what they do is they split the runway down the middle. So there's 2 lanes of the runway, and then they mark off specific areas with these colored dots that you can see in the pictures. So they can land up to 10 planes a minute on these 2 runways, which I think is crazy. So you'll either land on the right or the left, and they'll tell you, you're going to be landing on the green dot. So they can land way more planes than, just one at a time on these runways. Another thing that I found interesting is the pilots actually don't talk back to the tower for their clearances. They just rock their wings to confirm that they hear what they said. That way, the pilots aren't clogging up the ATC frequencies because they don't have time to listen to the pilots. They got to be talking to the next pilot as soon as they're done with the pilot they just talked to. Obviously, this system is working and the way they do it is working because they've had 0 air-to-air collisions ever. So they have this crazy system. I found this to be the most interesting part, how they split it up, how they are landing so many planes on these 2 runways. But they're doing a good job despite the hecticness. The last thing I want to show you is this video of uh, Oshkosh at our air traffic control at Oshkosh. It's about a minute and a half long, and as before you listen to it, I just want to point out, he's saying so much stuff so fast, talking to so many different planes. It sounds like there's a couple, high stress things happening, trying to get planes on runways, and the whole time, he's like upbeat. He doesn't sound angry or anything, and that's just because he's setting the tone for the event, like I mentioned earlier. Being even though he's high stress, you can tell like he's very welcoming and kind of setting the tone for the weekend.
Right, 36 right, give way to the aircraft up ahead at Papa 2. Give way to the traffic.
No, the guy who's rolling out on 36 right, just keep it rolling, just keep it rolling. He's going to wait for you. He did it wrong. So traffic rolling out. All right. Watch the follow Cessna. He's slowing down. Good job. Thanks for the help, guys. Mooney, keep your speed up to get off the runway. The yellow tail dragger, great job. Make the left turn when able. The grass is good. Traffic on short final, just put it down. Put it down. Traffic at the purple dot. Pick up the speed to the yellow dot. Pick up the speed to the yellow dot. Then a left-hand turn whenever you can. The grass has been rolled smooth. Welcome to the show, guys.
Flowing half mile left base, follow the flight on final. Clear to land 36 left on the yellow dot. Hey gear, Mooney short final, check your gear down, check your gear down now.
Mooney's check your gear, check your gear. Mooney's check your gear.
Mooney, check your gear. Mooney, check your gear. Mooney, check your gear. Flight at 2, start setting it down now. Canard, left turn to the next hard service. I know you won't take the grass. I got a flight at 2 coming behind you.
Mooney, put it down now.
Mooney gear. Mooney, put it down. Mooney, put it down. Good job, good job. Flight at 2, keep it airborne if you can. Little power, traffic close and behind. Power, power, power. Good job, guys. Good job. That's it. Traffic inbound from Fisk. 1,800 feet over the railroad tracks. We'll pick you up on the half-mile right base and get you down. We're not turning into the grass today. It's only on the hard surfaces. We got the Cessna just crossed the threshold. Keep it airborne. Don't touch down. It'll give me a little power all the way down to the white. A little power. Lance, you're putting it down on the numbers. This is going to work out great. Hold out the tango. That's it. Just a little more power. Don't touch down to the white dot. Just a little more power. Just a little more. Perfect.